This is the Peter Greenwood Show at the Edinburgh Fringe. I'm in the salubrious confines of Brooks Club, our home for 7 years of covering the Fringe, and I have somebody who is doing a show here. Could you tell me your name and your show title, please?
Yes, of course. My name is Jonathan Oldfield. My show is called Exquisite Corpse.
How are you today, Jonathan?
I'm doing good,
Jonathan,
thank you.
John? What
I
does
go
you
by
go?
both. Let's go Jonathan.
Jonathan, yes.
Yeah, why not?
That sounds fancy.
It sounds fancy, doesn't
Doesn't
it?
it?
Yeah. Also, I like John, but sometimes people spell it John, and that's not me.
Right.
I'm Jon.
Jon.
Yeah.
Like Garfield's owner.
Exactly. Thank you.
I got you. I feel you. So what is Exquisite Corpse? Tell us about the show.
Exquisite Corpse is a multi-character comedy show based around a game I used to play as a child. And I've made lots of different characters, and then I get the audience to make some characters in the show as well, and then I play those too.
That sounds interesting, but also quite difficult. How does an audience make a character?
So the Exquisite Corpse game is also sometimes known as Consequences, and it's where you take somebody draws a set of legs on a page, and then they fold it over, and then they hand it to the next person. Somebody else draws the body, and then fold it over, and somebody draws the head. So it's a kind of collective, collaborative drawing game. And it was invented in the 1920s by a bunch of French artists who would get drunk in a flat together in Paris and draw it and make all these strange, odd, confusing, absurd figures. And I thought it would be a very good base for a character show that is exactly that, confusing, absurdist, silly. So when the audience walk in, I give a load of them some big pieces of card, and they do some drawings for me. And then in between the characters that I've made by playing the game, we also play their characters too.
Who's been the best character that an audience has come up with, and who's been or what's been the most difficult one for you to get into? Has there been one where you're like, I don't know where to begin with this one?
I mean, I think that's how I start with every one of them. But you have to the joy of live performances, it forces you to make a choice quite quickly. And actually, I think the challenging ones often work out the more exciting ones as well. The more absurd and ridiculous the figure, the funnier it often is for me to try and play them, or for me to try and emulate that drawing, yeah.
Has there ever been a character where you're like, this could actually go on beyond this? Like, can we see a movie coming to one of those characters at some point?
Yeah, a very sort of silly movie, but definitely. I think more often than not, I feel like a lot of the characters that come out could become cartoons. And I try to get a sense of the character quite quickly, and try and get a sense of what the audience sees in that character as well. It feels properly like seeing a freeze frame and then trying to bring it to life, yeah.
Which is what cartooning is.
Well, exactly, yeah.
How long have you been doing this show for? Does it have a history before the Fringe, or is this a Fringe exclusive?
This is my debut show at the Fringe, so I've worked at the Fringe in other guises as a director and an actor for a few years, but I've been working on this show for the last year, on and off, progressing it up and down the country. So I've also collected drawings from up and down the country as I've been going, and I hang them up in the show, so you can see drawings from Bristol, from the Isle of Wight, from Berlin, from Manchester, from all over the place, yeah.
Someday in many, many years, and I do hope many, many years from now, sometime in the distant future, when when you're not here anymore, they will be up in a gallery somewhere.
We can only hope.
Would you like that? I think that'd be amazing.
You know what, actually, I think I would like the exact opposite of that. What I think is quite fun about the game and the drawings in general is that they're disposable, is that they're meant to get beyond the frontal cortex of your brain and to sort of open up what can happen if you release control and let other artists get involved in your work. More often than not, at the end of when the French artists did it in the 1920s, a lot of them were done on scrap pieces of paper, and at the end of the night they would scrunch them up and put them into the fire and burn them, because it was more about the process of doing it than it was the result. So I'm collecting them for now, but maybe I'll do one big bonfire and get rid of them all at the end. Or maybe I'll keep them and put them up in a gallery. Who knows? Let's find out.
Might I recommend doing that bonfire nowhere near Edinburgh?
Yeah, I think that's probably right. I was just thinking that as I was saying it, yeah.
I don't want to touch any nerves here or anything. We had a thing recently.
Yes. Yeah, it's too soon. You're right. Okay, it will be a fire-safe bonfire in a very fire-safe situation and nowhere near Arthur's Seat.
Fantastic. That's all we can hope for.
Yeah.
In Scotland, that's a legally binding contract.
It is, yeah,
if
totally.
anything does go up in flames,
come looking for me. Yeah.
So what do you enjoy about not knowing? Because there is a big risk not knowing. How do you get around that? Yeah,
it's a huge risk. It's I think it's about changing or trying to change my relationship to the idea of not knowing. I think there's a lot of fun and a lot of thrill in not knowing. Ultimately, live performance space that I like to work in, with me on stage and an audience in the audience, and sometimes the audience getting involved or affecting or deciding what it is that I do, is one that tries to encourage a sense of collectivity and a sense of collective consciousness. That's the nice place for me to be. But it requires me to release fear a little bit and release control a little bit, and accept that some of the things I do aren't going to be funny. And interestingly enough, when I started to do that, I realised that sometimes when something isn't funny, that makes it funny in its own right. So funny is never too far away.
I really like it when something you think is funny and you say it, and then it just bombs. And you're like, this is the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
I find that really hilarious. But I don't want to get too personal because, again, I've just met you, but what's that process like? Have you found it cathartic? Is it helping you let go of that?
I think a little bit, yeah. We're still very early on in the Fringe, so I'm hoping by the end of the month it'll feel like that. The show is also about my relationship to my own body. As I sort of built these characters and these sort of strange, absurd, ridiculous men, both the ones that I have written and the ones that the audience give me to improvise, it's hard not to also reflect on your own relationship to your own body, how you're perceived, how you're seen. And that's been a very freeing journey. Often I find with character comedy, people think that it's about covering up or hiding yourself with costume, with voice, with props. But actually, I think more often than not, for me, the act of doing character comedy is the act of putting stuff on in order to reveal yourself more, in order to show more about who you are and what matters to you. And yeah.
And how have you been enjoying that process? Is it easy for you to do that, or have you seen anything you don't like?
I'm a bit of an introverted extrovert, so I love to be alone and recharge. But then I also love a bit of attention. So
Exactly. That's why I do this. That's why it's called the Peter Greenwood show.
Yes, great. Yeah, exactly. So that's quite fun. That's quite fun to reflect on it as it goes. I think day by day, some days I find it thrilling and some days I find it exhausting.
Predicting into the future, what day is it? We'll say around the 25th when the Fringe finishes. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen, but how do you have a way you'll expect to feel then?
I expect to feel very, very tired. It's hard. I've not thought about reflecting forwards like that. I hope that I hope that people have come to see the show, which they are so far, but I hope that doesn't stop. I hope to feel like I've really explored the depths of this idea, really pushed myself into new corners of creativity with it. And I hope too that I've experienced or found new ways of making audiences laugh in different ways. The thing I love about short form character comedy, by the end of the show there's probably 15 characters that the audience have seen, is that if you're not enjoying one character, there's just another one not too far away. So I hope that I've helped audiences to look and learn and laugh in different ways as well. Yeah.
Do you ever get kind of caught up in your own mind where you're like, oh, I've done this one. Oh wait, no, I haven't. This is a bit similar to this one. Does that ever trip you up?
Yeah, totally. I started out before I started doing comedy. I started out by doing improv, and one of the things with improv that you learn the hard way is anything that you have prepared beforehand that you think is going to be funny to say, almost invariably is not funny at all. So I try not to prepare too much, and I've learned the hard way that if you do, it often falls flat on its face.
Yeah, that's a difficult lesson to learn.
Yes, exactly.
Or when you think you have the perfect line and you're building to get to the line and you're just at the line and it comes out and
poof, yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. So what is next for the show after the Fringe? Will you be touring it? Will you be making adjustments?
I think it'll remain to be seen. It's definitely a tourable show, and I took something like 24 work in progresses of it around the country beforehand. So some people have seen early versions of it, so it'd be nice to take it back to those places and show them the finished product. But mostly I think September is going to be sort of lying in bed and eating fruit.
Yeah, and not fried food.
Yes, exactly.
Or food that's been deep fried.
Yes, yeah, exactly that.
I'd like to ask a little bit about what comes next and the characters that you've made. Do you see any of them going out into the world? Like, do you have a favourite kind of character to perform and do more? And would you do more of that?
Yeah, totally. I love all of the characters that I play, and I think they're all various versions of me in different guises. And so I think one of the fun things about building character comedy is that you carve out a voice for each of your characters, and as you live in that character for longer, that voice becomes clearer, and what they say and what they don't say and what their script is clarifies itself as you hear their voice more and more. I've got a character who is a sort of Welsh allotment owner who bursts into dance quite a lot, and I think he's got there's a lot more in him that I'd like to spend time with. Yeah.
How old is this Welsh allotment?
Oh, he's old.
Is he? And
yeah.
He still dances?
And he's still dancing, yeah. And he's absolute mayhem. He's right in the middle of my show, and I found him so far really, really silly and really fun to play.
Is he quite a serious character?
Absolutely not, no.
That's good.
He's showing the audience round his allotment, and he's mostly a series of sort of one-liner and puns is how he is at the moment, which is very fun.
Yeah. Where can people find out more about you on the show? On the show? Online? No. Where can people find out more about you and your show online is what that was supposed to be.
Yes, of course. So you can find me on Instagram, which is @JonathanOldfield_, or on my website, which is www.jonathanoldfield.co.uk. You can find out more about the show on the Ed Fringe website, or via the producer's website, which is Country Mile Productions. And come and see the show. It's different every single time, and it's late night mayhem that hopefully encourages you to laugh and not think too much.
So really, it's like 25 different shows you're doing.
I mean, pretty much, yeah, exactly that, yeah.
You will need a snooze by the end.
I think I will, yeah.
It's lovely to meet you. Thank you for coming in
And
today.
you
Good
too.
luck with the show.
Thank you very much.
Jeffrey Oldfield, Exquisite Corpse, is playing at 20 to 10 every day of August up until the 30th, not including Monday the 17th, at Below at Pleasance Courtyard. For more information, go to edfringe.com and type in Jonathan Oldfield. Until next time, I've been Peter Greenwood. I've taken my show up to the Edinburgh Fringe. These are people I've met. Let me know what you're going to see. Bye, everybody. Bye.